Welcome to WDSU.com. I'm Travers Mackel. We continue our Commitment 2021 Q&A with all the candidates running for mayor in the city of New Orleans. Joining us now, Veena Nguyen, the lone GOP Republican candidate in the race. Ms. Nguyen, first off, thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. It's great to be able to get some media exposure for the campaign.
All right, well, good. Well, we want to try to get viewers as much information as possible. Let's go with the first question. Everybody's answering the same questions. It deals with quality of life and critical infrastructure needs. If elected in 60 seconds, what is your plan to make sure that people's garbage gets picked up, to make sure that the pumps stay on and their homes don't flood in rain events, and to make sure that the power stays on and doesn't go off during storms? In 60 seconds, what's your plan for critical infrastructure?
I believe now more than ever, we have to bring business acumen into government official. I believe that we're too lenient on the contracts that we currently have out right now. We need to review everything that's going on, hold the teams that we have or companies that we have that's set in place into higher expectations, and be able to look at the fine prints and fine line and let them know that what they're doing, it's unacceptable. We know every season there's going to be hurricane season. We know what happens thereafter. Trash will double, triple in the amount of bodies that needs to be filled in order to get our community back to where it was prior to hurricane season. So with that being said, how come every year we're having to deal with the same critical issues over and over again? It's reviewing the contracts that we have and make sure that we hold them to higher standards and expectations of what needs to happen. We spend over $24 million a year with garbage and sanitation. That money needs to be allocated correctly, and raise and bonuses needs to be issued during critical times such as hurricane. Now, going back to Entergy needs more competition, because right now it's a monopoly. They're the only company right now that manages the entire southern region. And with that being said, we are held hostage to what they're doing. It's not fair that we, the people, tax citizens, are having to pay for the infrastructure that has been worn down over the years.
All right, good answer. I hate to wrap you up, but we were a little over time, which is perfectly fine. Let's go to question number 2. Again, 60 seconds. Crime spiking all over the country, especially in a major urban city like New Orleans. If elected in 60 seconds, what is your plan to combat crime and get more cops on the streets of New Orleans? Again, in 60 seconds.
I can contest with crime. My sister was stabbed to death less than 2 months ago. It took the police officers, the cops, over 2 hours to arrive on scene. Do you know that the average minutes a police officer has to arrive on scene is less than 6 minutes? Let's just say 15 minutes. With that being said, I have been a victim of carjacking on my property in broad daylight. I have been a victim of 3 accounts of theft with 0 answer from the police enforcement. I can be the one to raise my hand and say, now more than ever, we need to defund the police officers, but that is not my answer. The answer is leadership. 4 years ago, Charbonnet and Cantrell said that they would work very hard to bring on 500 police officers. Well, that did not happen under her administration. We're now down by almost 700 police officers. If you look at the numbers, the officers are not the problem. The fact that they are all resigning to go and work for a different parish, it's because of the lack of leadership. They're mistreated. The consent decree has the cops not being able to do their job. The new district DA has dismissed over 900 felony cases. That is the reason why we have such high crime right now, is the fact that they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. My goal is to make sure that we turn something negative into positive. Those blight homes that are drug homes, we need to give, we need to talk about longevity with our cops, treat them better, offer them, subsidize homes, and a better compensation plan so that we can attract the best of the best for the city of New Orleans.
All right. Thank you very much. I hate to wrap you up. These are issues that we could all talk about for more than 60 seconds. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have. We appreciate your time. Veena Nguyen, GOP candidate running for mayor. Good luck on election night. It's November 13th. Please, everybody, go out and vote. You can also see Q&A with all the other mayoral candidates in the city of New Orleans right here at WDSU.com. I'm Travers Mackel. Thanks for watching.